So, with the announcement that Hermitcraft Season 10 is coming on the 3rd and that there will be 2 new hermits, I thought that I would make a video showing my hopes for new members coming to Hermitcraft Season 10, or at least my top 10 most wanted Hermitcrafts, the new members for Hermitcraft in Season 10. And quite frankly, as I'm saying this out loud, it's kind of ironic I said my top 10 for Season 10, so you know what, I'll just call the video my top 10 for Season 10 of Hermitcraft. So, without any further ado, let's get into it. Starting off at number 10, we have Skizzle, a fun, bright personality and friend of Impulse SV. I feel like he would be great for the storylines on Hermitcraft Season 10. And being as he's already been in the Life series, he has worked with the Hermits on numerous occasions over the past, and also was on another server at one point known as Legacy SMP. And at number 9 we have Mogswamp, who is mostly known for his super flat survival world, and that has been going for about 11 years now. And he would be someone who, like, he's really good at building, and the fact that he can do it on a super flat with limited resources is just crazy. Like, he would be perfect for Hermitcraft, because just think of what he could do while not having the limitations of a super flat world. He has self-proclaimed the king of the super flat for a reason, and I feel like he should be in Hermitcraft Season 10. And at number 8 we have Python GB, who used to be on Python GB, but now he's known as Pythonator, and he used to be a member of Hermitcraft starting back in the middle of Season 3 of Hermitcraft. Now, he did leave the server behind in Season 6, but I feel like he could come back. Like, he's really good at what he does, and I feel like he's at a point now where I feel like he could come back. He's been away for so long, and I miss the days of Python GB on Hermitcraft, and he's one of the people I wish would come back. So, yeah, he made the list. I want him back. And at number 7, we have Mythical Sausage, and his detailing on a lot of his builds are so good. I think he would be perfect, on top of the fact that he has such a good personality that meshes well with the Hermits. Now, we saw how good he is with the Hermitcraft crew in the crossover of Empires SMP and Hermitcraft last season, and he would fit the bill with his, like, just the way he is perfect. He's like a more ecstatic B-double-O, and that's saying something, because B-double-O is one of the most ecstatic people. But yeah, I feel like Mythical Sausage, just imagine Mythical Sausage and B-double-O doing something together. That would be crazy. So yeah, I feel like I want to see Mythical Sausage in Hermitcraft. From hardcore worlds to creative building tutorials, the Blue Nerd would be perfect for Hermitcraft Season 10. He is more of a littler known builder in the YouTube scene, but I feel like his builds are on level with some of the best on Hermitcraft, and because of that, I feel like that he deserves a spot amongst the Hermitcraft crew. Now, we haven't seen him do too much multiplayer, if any, other than some videos that he collabed on with, I think it was Andy's Yoda back in the day, but he would have a lot of like stuff that would need to be fleshed out more, like to see how he meshes with other people. But yeah, I feel like he would be a perfect addition to Hermitcraft on the building scene. Now, like I said, it's not known how he plays with other players, but I have confidence that he would be good for Hermitcraft nonetheless. Up next we have Vigoman, and he is also another Legacy SMP player. Now, he has history with quite a few people that are in the sphere of Hermitcraft and Empire's SMP, being players like Corrales, Zoya XP, who is also a member of the Hermitcraft Recrap crew. He has done many wonderful builds. He even had a survival world in which the pre-mentioned Corrales joined and did a world tour with him as Vigoman showed off to Corrales his world, and his world was super amazing. And I feel like that because of his skill in building, he would be a perfect fit for Hermitcraft Season 10. And at number 4, we have a master of storytelling that is In the Littlewood. In the Littlewood smashes it out of the ballpark when it comes to his storytelling. He may not be a massively great builder, but he makes up for that in what he can do in storytelling, lore, stuff like that. He also has a long history with Grian, who is a prominent member in the Hermitcraft community, and he has also been on Hermitcraft a couple of times before. He helped with Good Times with Scars event that they did for charity, and he also was on, I believe, here recently playing the new Decked Out with quite a few of the Hermits, including people like Skizzleman, who were also invited to play. So there's a possibility that he and Skizz could get in just because of that, but that goes for some of the other players that have been mentioned as well, because they also have, well, some of them at least have been on Hermitcraft before. But yeah, I feel like In the Littlewood could spice things up in Season 10 if he were to join as far as storytelling. So that's why I think he should get in. And at number 3, we have Fwip. Now, if you know me, which most of y'all probably don't, Fwip is one of my, if not the number 1 favorite building YouTuber. Say YouTuber for building. He is the one guy who got me into Minecraft building, and I used to be good because of watching his videos. I watched his videos back when he first did his survival world. What was it? Fwip Builds? His building world, at least. That was what got me into building. That was what got me into watching stuff like Hermitcraft religiously, outside of my friend Gregory Gaming, who recommended it to me, and I watched a couple episodes. But Fwip was the one guy who got me heavily inspired to build, and his builds are glorious and beautiful, and I feel I want him in Hermitcraft as much as he doesn't want to be. I feel he is still someone I hope eventually one day frees up his schedule enough that he could join Hermitcraft. And at number 2, we have Smallish Beans. Now, Joel is one of the other members of Empire's SMP that, like Fwip, inspired the heck out of me to build. Fwip was the number 1 guy who inspired me to build when I was first starting out in Minecraft. Joel, aka Smallish Beans, he came shortly after. I found his channel because of Fwip when they started up. Was it Empire's SMP? I think it was the first season, if not back before that when they did that other modded series on their channel. But the builds that Smallish Beans can do are grand. Like, Flip does mostly steampunk and medieval style stuff, or enchanted. Smallish Beans can do a lot more when it comes to... let's see, Empire System P, he became Zeus, and or at least in Season 2 he became Zeus, and then he decided to make Olympus, and he did so in such a grand fashion. And then Empire SMP Season 1, he did the whole Middle Eastern vibe. Like, that was such a colorful and beautiful build. That is what the type of skill that I feel like it takes to be a hermit in hermitcraft. That's why I want him in hermitcraft so badly. And finally, we have Lynxy, who is at number 1 because he's the creator that I have the most attachment to when it comes to the content he makes. I have been a loyal supporter of his Twitch streams for well over 2 years now. He has... how do I put this? He has changed so many lives, and he is like the #1 hardcore player in the world. As like, his world is the longest running as of right now. Now, I don't know if he beat Phil's record yet. Not saying that has anything to do with why he's on the list. His builds are fantastic. His builds are all inspired by his fans. He does his build for the fans and not just for content. Each build is built off of what's called an ascension, which the people who watch, his followers, they earn by watching points, which all Twitch channels have certain points. He uses those points to make structures for people who get a certain amount of points, and he does it so well. He should be in hermitcraft, and he's like a Flip, where he doesn't want to be, because he wants to focus on his community, and that is something that I admire about him. But that he would be my #1 pick for hermitcraft Season 10. Now, that's all I got for today. But yeah, let's hope that hermitcraft Season 10 is gonna be one of the best seasons we've seen ever. Goodbye.